Welcome to the art channel here. I just wanted to talk about something that I'm pretty passionate about and something that I feel helps improve my ability to grow my skills and also make a little bit of extra money, which I think most artists are interested in. One thing that a lot of people haven't heard of are art cards. I do art cards, little 2.5 by 3.5 sized drawings, paintings, whatever medium. As the only requirement is that they are 2.5 by 3.5, the size of a normal collectible card. So something that I like to do is practice on these, and the beautiful thing is that it doesn't matter what it is you're practicing. Are you going for line work today? Perspective? Are you doing watercolor? Are you doing ink? Are you doing acrylic paint? It really doesn't matter. These things are perfect for just getting in a little bit of practice for whatever it is you're trying to work on that day. Right now, I am just throwing down some shapes in space, and the perspective already doesn't work. But here's the thing, I messed up on a little itty bitty tiny piece of paper. And then, at the end of the day, if I truly hate it, I throw it away. If it's unsalvageable in any way, you toss it. But I bet with enough work and enough people telling you to trust the process, you can turn it into something pretty cool. So I make these, try to do at least one a day, and then I throw them up on eBay, which is another thing I don't see a lot of people encourage artists to do. I see a lot of people say Etsy. I see a lot of people recommending other platforms that I'm not familiar with at all. But I have the most luck on eBay. eBay has its own built-in audience. It's not a social media platform. I don't have followers. You can follow artists, but it does all the work in marketing for you. It knows who its buyers are, and then it shows the buyers things that they're interested in. Not like on Instagram, where I have issues growing. Not like on TikTok or Facebook. eBay is there to sell stuff. You might not be able to demand a very high price, but you also don't put any effort into the marketing. You're just posting. So I like to do these little art cards. They're practice. A lot of people practice in sketchbooks, right? Nothing wrong with that. I wish I could keep a cohesive sketchbook. My sketchbooks always end up in a chaotic state. I can't. One page is hands, one page is heads, one page is a bunch of cartoony doodles, the next page is me trying to do something photorealistic. My sketchbooks are chaotic. And for me, personally, it's a lot easier to sell a card than it is to sell a sketchbook. That's not to say that the point of doing art is to sell it. But if that's what you're looking to do, I have a lot of luck in doing this. So here I'm just making a goofy little abstract guy. I do a lot like this. This is what's fun for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share this as an idea for any artist that's interested. The barrier to entry is super low. All you need to do is draw. All you need to do is draw, and then you're done. No marketing, no sharing to your friends. This isn't something that needs to be a part of your portfolio. You don't have to go and upload every single piece to every single piece of social media. Nothing like that for these. You can. I do. But also, if it's something that I don't feel represents me as an artist and it was just, a daily doodle, there's no baggage with, I need to get this in front of the most amount of people possible. I need to do my homework and my due diligence and post this across my socials. I need to promote this. Nothing like that. With these, you do them, you get it out of your system, and you post them up on eBay. And you can just do these all day long. Low stakes, low stress. Like I said, these should be fun. Make them fun. So that's my thoughts on making these, right? You can pump them out. They don't have to be masterpieces. Make them fun. It can be a very lighthearted doodle. It can be something very highly detailed, as much as you want. But this gets me in the mood to create. It's a good primer for the rest of the day if I've decided today's going to be a productive art day. So I got some pretty good advice when I just started doing this. I took the leap. I said, I'm going to do these. I'm going to put these on eBay, throw it out into the wind and see what happens. Another artist on eBay that does the same thing reached out after buying some and gave me some really good advice. They said, hey, these are actually pretty good. You have the potential to make quite a bit of money doing these on eBay. And they gave me some good advice. They said, if you'd like, what you can do, set aside some time, knock 50 of these out. Do 50 total. You can see I'm well on my way to having 2 of these done. I'll wait for these to dry and then I'll color them in. We're 8 minutes into this? Maybe by the end of 10 minutes I'll have 2 drawn and then I'll spend another 10 minutes coloring them in. So 10 minutes an art card. That's 50 minutes for 10 of them. An hour a day, do 5. After 10 days, you got 50. So spend a week or two. Well, they didn't tell me how long it was going to take. They said, here's what I would do if I were you and you're just starting out. Get an inventory of 50 art cards. Post them all at the same time. Post them all up at the same time. Start your store with a full inventory of 50 cards, and they'll sell. They will sell. And that's what I did. Now, I am not wildly successful. I'm not selling out every single piece every single day. I don't have a huge following of people waiting for me to post new art cards. But the idea is to post enough for eBay to throw your art in front of people's eyes who are out there buying art. So that's what I did. That's what I continue to do. I've had ups and downs in productivity and, being consistent with it. But it's something I work on. And what I saw were results. which, to be honest, I wasn't really expecting. So I was pretty happy. You might wonder how much you can make from these. On the video, after I'm done editing, I'll post right now while I'm talking. Let's scroll through and see what the latest sales are for ACEO. That's what these are, art cards, editions, and originals. And we'll see what the sold listings look like here. And what you'll find is that people are out there selling art. Many little itty bitty art cards. Every single day. And what's cool is that you're not looking for this $8,000 payday for this canvas painting that took you forever to do. You're not looking for that whale. You're not looking for somebody who's out there looking for a huge piece of art to post up in their house that fills a very specific need, that you're in competition with every single other artist. What happens is when you're selling these little $8 to $10 or more art cards, the market opens up. You broaden the horizons of who's able to buy your art. Now, like I said, these are 10-minute investments of your time and creativity. Sure, there's value in that, especially when you account for what your skill level is. Mine's pretty low right now. But what's cool is that the amount of people who can buy your art increases by a whole lot. And you'll start to sell some art to names you don't recognize, which might be a new thing for you too. Right when you're first starting out, at least for me, talking anecdotally here, you'll sell art to friends and family because that's your only audience. That's the only people seeing your art, right? Posting art up on Facebook and Instagram. Your grandma, your aunt, your cousins might be like, oh, that's cute. I would like to have that. Like, oh, here you go. And if you're like me, I do it, but I'm reluctant to sell art to my family. It's like, oh, you know what? It means enough that you appreciated my art. Here you go. Less lately, trying to take art a little more seriously. But on eBay, you will start to sell your art to strangers, maybe for the first time. And if you haven't, I would encourage you to do so. Especially if you're going the route I'm suggesting here and having a little bit of fun with art cards. So hopefully I have shown you something you hadn't considered or hadn't thought about, and it works out for you. The other side of art cards is that there are a lot of communities on Facebook and Reddit of artists who trade. They trade art cards. So it's a really cool way to enter a community and begin to collect art without spending any money. If you're an artist, who likes art more than artists? Collectors? I feel like the people who like art the most are usually priced out of the market of collecting high-end art. But there are entire communities of people making, trading art cards, and it's pretty cool. So I'd suggest that you go look into that if you're interested. It's a really cool way to start to collect art. Original art too. not just, art prints, which are cool. But if you thought that for forever you'd be priced out of buying original art, you haven't been thinking small enough. You can do it. So that's my ramblings on art cards. Got 2 done here. I'll wait for these to dry and color them in, maybe in another video. But that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you're interested in art cards.